All right, this is how I start setting this up. Ooh, let's just do that. This gray thing here is the swivel that sits on top of the heavy tripod. Camera, got the battery on it. Cable's right there. Oh, perfect. The HDMI cable with the connector goes into the side of the camera. On the manual, don't have to adjust the knob with the degrees on it. And then the yellow tagged one, this yellow tag right here, goes into the side of the camera. Once you have all that connected, this gray part swivels onto the big tripod. Have it facing forward, have the hook, this hook part right here, have the loop that this is going to hook into towards the back. I usually set the tripod up about 15 to 20 yards back on the right hash. Once that's all connected, that's where we get to this point, to the end zone router Wi-Fi. Follow the directions on the lid and you'll be absolutely perfect to go. Get the press box Hudl kit set up before you set up this one. If you connect this one first, this one's going to try to override the sideline Hudl, making this the dominant camera. We use the wide view, the press box one as our dominant camera. So don't turn this part on until you get the press box one set up. When you see this here, this is step 2. Turn on your streaming kit, flip the switch to the right. Wait until the Hudl logo appears. This is not the Hudl logo. This might be blank for a little bit, especially if it's been out and it's really cold. It's going to take a little while to fire this up. This can take a few minutes. This is the Hudl logo on the streaming kit that you're looking for. Says no video because I've already disconnected the camera. It may say not ready. Let it be. It will get there. All right, often tucked either in here. That's usually to the monitor cord. Tucked into here. Be all the way in there. That's the camera input cord. This is the end of that bundle of cords that leads to the gray kit, or the gray part that goes on top of the tripod. If you see on the remote there, they're orange. That's the one that connects into the right side of the camera. You can test it, press record, and the video will turn red. Okay. This HDMI cord is what's going to go into the camera input on the Hudl sideline. This remote does not work right now. I've taken the protective covering off of these cords. I'm waiting on this remote to come in. I'll replace it and then I'll put a protective covering back over it. Plug this HDMI cord into the camera input. I've taken the to the monitor cord, plugged it into the back in the HDMI slot, and then the only thing that we use our big battery charger for at this point is to power the monitor. If you run into an issue with the battery for the Hudl kit not staying charged, you can grab the little charge kit, plug that into the other AC outlet right there, and charge it a little bit off of that. Alright, so we're seeing the same thing the camera's seeing. If you run into an issue and it's saying there's no signal, unplug the HDMI cable from back here, that to monitor cable. Turn it off, turn it back on, and while it's on, then plug that cable back in, and that should get it to automatically recognize. Don't worry about the 60 up in that corner, that means nothing. Then I just do a quick test. You can hear it beep. Not much is going to change, but then you check on the iPads. You should be able to go back and see it. You're going to have to use the gold iPad up top and the black one down bottom. The gold one has the ability to record like I do, pressing the button in between every play, but mine's locked with biometrics. So if it times out at all on you on the game, there's no way to open it except for me running there and pressing a thumb against it. And then the last thing with this, when you go to pop the iPad, the tripod up, leave the center ring that holds everything together at the where the legs come together. Leave that alone. Then if the girls have to swivel it, they can just swivel it right on that. I put it up basically every section except the base one. So it's up about 3/4 of the way. That gives us just fine of a view. It's easy enough to deal with if we have an issue changing it out at halftime. The girls are good with that. You can see on the iPad exactly what the monitor is seeing if you want it adjusted. Again, we can't go left and right. We cannot go up and down, but we can zoom in and out. So if we get it set 20 yards back from the back of the end zone on the right hash, we should be totally fine to be able to zoom in and out and catch everything. I can usually get both back pylons into the picture, and we'll be fine from there.